Hello, welcome to Rock Run House. My name is Sarah Kelly, and I, along with my husband Paul Kelly and our 3 kids, live here at Rock Run. It is a federal style brick farmhouse in Southwest Ohio. And if you've ever watched any video on this channel, you probably think of it more as a rehab channel. Paul features a lot of the projects he's working on in relation to rehabbing our spring house, an old 19th century structure here on the property. But that doesn't really represent all that Rock Run House is. We actually have a lot of programming here around food, books, and music, and we wanted to feature a little bit more of that on the channel. So today we'll start with a house tour to give you a little sense of what goes on here at Rock Run House. And of course, we will have a lot more of Paul's rehab work and a lot more of his rock moving. He's a big believer in moving rocks. So you'll see a lot more of that. But you'll also see some bread making. We sell sourdough bread at our barn market. And you'll see other aspects of living here at Rock Run House. So hope you'll stick around and enjoy the videos as we release them a few times a week, showing the range of things that go on here at Rock Run House in our house, barn, and gardens. Thanks for watching. We wanted to show you all of Rock Run House, but we'll take it room by room. For this first video, we wanted to show you the library. When we moved here, I discovered something. Every time we would take someone through the house, they would say, "Oh, this is what I've always dreamed of, having a library with a rolling ladder." It turns out it is a dream of most of us, if not all of us, to have a room like this, so we do not take it for granted. The shelves were already here. The rolling ladder was already here, so we just got the privilege of putting our things on the shelves. We brought all of these books with us when we came from Massachusetts. I think 30% of our moving space, the storage space we took to transport stuff, was filled with books, which was a little bit ridiculous to say the least. This was originally built as a farmhouse, and this section of the house I think must have been the original farm office, because there's that entrance to the side porch and the outside that is not the main entrance of the house, and it doesn't connect to the rest of the house in the sense that you enter this area and the room behind it, and then there is access to the rest of the house, but it's kind of separate. So I think it was maybe a farm office, and then it was definitely a doctor's office for a long time. People would come off the intra-city railway and come right to the doctor's office on that side door. So that's a cool bit of history. At some point, this room was updated, renovated, and this new facade and the fireplace was put on because the house was built in 1860, and this facade came later in the time period of the house. Of course, the fun aspect of decorating is to bring your own taste into what you do, and I definitely have an eccentric side. I guess you'd call it eccentric, but I don't like things to be totally straightforward, or I just am attracted to things that are slightly weird. So, my taste isn't for everybody, but hopefully you'll find something here that you like to look at. We have lots of little bits and bobs around. You can have straightforward sort of English style couches and arts and crafts style rug, and then you can add your weird moments of eccentricity to the whole picture. One of the pieces I really like is this Wright Brothers commemorative plate by the Johnson Brothers Transferware Company. And then I have this vintage set of pictures of Martha and George Washington. And of course, the railroad spike found just on the railroad just along the side of the property there. So that's kind of a cool little artifact. Not surprisingly, I love artifacts of a analog life, typewriters and cameras and things that have a better sense of design, or at least seems that way to me. Here's a picture of a sort of overview of the library. I climbed the ladder to give you a bird's eye view. It was a little precarious, but I survived the trip up there. When I was 16 years old, I went to an auction with my mom and the YMCA in Springfield, Ohio, and they were tearing down the building, and I got this trophy off a pile of trash. And here is this trophy all these years later, and it's really special to me because now I live in Springfield, Ohio, so that's kind of cool. Here is my weird little hand collection, and not everyone is a fan, but I kind of like it. And taking this video, I realized that the old hydrangea in the trophy had kind of seen their expiration date. And so I thought I would go out and pick some sort of not quite dried flowers or all dried flowers, but some sort of fall arrangement. So I thought I'd brighten up the library for the season with this arrangement and share that with you. So that is the library at Rock Run House. Thanks for taking the tour. We have lots more to show you, especially as we get into the holidays and the rest of the fall. So lots of good stuff in store. And we look forward to seeing you back here at Rock Run House.